Let me pose you a riddle. A boy was rushed into the hospital to be operated on. A surgeon came to help, but said, "I cannot operate on this boy. He is my son." In fact, the boy is the surgeon's son, but the surgeon is not his father. How is this possible? Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow speakers, the answer is, of course, that the surgeon is the boy's mother. But for many people, this is not the first response that springs to mind. Why is that? Perhaps, even today, we do not associate certain roles, such as a surgeon, with women. I am only 15, and I have experienced this. I was the only girl learning to computer code in my Coder Dojo club, out of 60 kids at the time. The boys would even ask me why I was there. Later, I was opened up to the astonishing truth that careers requiring STEM skills are dominated by men. In fact, 24% are women. I find myself asking, is it because women are not as smart as men? Or are men somehow better at science and therefore better able to take on the important jobs? I know this is most definitely wrong. I know there are no intellectual reasons for gender inequality, yet gender inequality exists. In 2015, the UN established the Sustainable Development Goals. The aim is to transform our world so that by 2030, everyone will experience peace and prosperity. The big question I have is, will these goals really be achieved by 2030? And I have come to the conclusion that they might, but only if we concentrate our efforts on achieving Goal 5, which is gender equality. I believe empowering all women and girls is the key to the success of all of the SDGs. And here is why. Goal 4 commits to achieving quality education. But this cannot be achieved when there are still 31 million girls of primary school age out of school. Currently, 2/3 of the world's 800 million illiterate people are female. Studies have shown that women are the primary educators in the home, and that a literate mother is the key to a family's educational success. Goal 8 commits to achieving decent work and economic growth. However, at the moment, 50% of women are in paid employment, compared to the 75% of men. But women are not just sitting around doing nothing. A lot of women are forced to leave work and school to take care of the household. It has been proven that 60% of the global work value is done by women. The majority of this work is unpaid. A McKinsey Global Institute study suggests that by closing the gender gap in the labor force participation rate, we would add upwards of 25% to the global GDP by 2025. Goal 16 commits to achieving peace, justice, and strong institutions. But how can we possibly achieve this when, sadly, 1 in 3 women experience gender-based violence in their lifetime? And finally, Goal 1 seeks to end poverty. 70% of people in extreme poverty are women. Surprising? Well, think about it. Women are more likely to be in unpaid employment, are often forced to leave work and school to take care of the household, leaving them more likely to experience poverty than men. Again, gender inequality must be addressed first in order to address poverty. If this is not achieved, then global efforts to reduce poverty will be wasted. This is why I believe gender equality is the most important goal out of the 17 ambitious global goals. So what do we need to do to achieve it? One of the most important things I think we can do is to imagine a better future for girls. We need to change how we imagine what a girl can be and what a girl can do. We need to encourage girls, and the only way we can do this is to combat the inequalities that exist in our system. If the economic system does not work for women, the system must change. We need to guarantee real opportunities for women beyond the home in all societies across the world and show them that they are capable of and entitled to these opportunities and succeeding with them. As a student, I know that education is extremely important, especially educating mothers. It has been proven that through educating and empowering mothers to make their own decisions in their lives, they enable their daughters to go to school. But if we want their daughters to complete their education, we must end child marriage, as over 60% of women with little or no education have been married before the age of 18. We need to make education gender sensitive and ensure that textbooks promote gender positive stereotypes. This is important for girls to develop a positive self-image. We should support women to enter non-traditional jobs through promoting access for girls in science, technology, engineering, and maths education. Overall, we need to educate girls on gender inequality so that they are prepared when they leave school to shape a more equal society. We have to promote more women into positions of power. I believe a woman's voice and her ability to become a leader in her community is fundamental to empowering other women. We need role models to inspire us to go into politics and actively shape a better future. Every girl should grow up with female role models that show her that she can not only achieve her dreams, but change her world. I cannot imagine a world where these 17 ambitious global goals are achieved without addressing gender inequality. Our ultimate goal of world peace and prosperity is achievable within the lifetime of the SDGs, but only if we work together on achieving Goal 5. Gender equality will lead us all to a better future. As the former Director General of the United Nations, Kofi Annan, once said, "Gender equality is more than a goal in itself. It is a precondition for meeting the challenges of reducing poverty, promoting sustainable development, and building good governance." Thank you.